Assalamualaikum and a very good day to Dr. Haswadi. In this video, me and my team member would like to present Chapter 6 Turing Machines for our final project. First and foremost, I would like to introduce you to my team member, Syafiqah, myself, Jasmin Farena, Asnani, and Habib Hadmy. There are three sections in these presentations. The first sections will explain the definitions, while the second sections will show the accept and reject examples, and finally, in section 3, we will show the computations example. Firstly, what is a Turing machine? A Turing machine is a finite state machine in which a transition prints a symbol on a tape. The tape head may move in either right or left directions, allowing the machines to read and manipulate the input as many times as desired. There are three actions in a transition. The first is changing the state. The second is writing a symbol on the square scanned by the tape head, and finally moving the tape head. Next is the tape. This is an example of a tape. The diamond symbol indicates a blank symbol, while an upward arrow indicates the read write head, and inside the tape there is an input string which is ABAC. In each step, the head will read a symbol, write a symbol, and move either left or right. Next is the state and transitions. Here, I have two examples. The first example will read A, write B, while move the head to the left. In example 2, it will read C, write D, while move the head to the right.
Okay, so next, we will explain about the acceptance and the rejection of string in Turing machine. So, firstly, we will explain about the acceptance of the language. The language that we choose as the example is AB star C. So this is the state and transition for the language. And this is the tape for time 0. So firstly, the tape head will move to A. So when it read A, so it will write A, and the tape head will move to the right, and the transition will move to Q2. So next is the tape for time 1. So at time 1, the transition is now Q2. So it read B from the tape, and when it read B, so it will write B, and the tape head will move to the right. The transition is still Q2. The transition is based on the state and transition that we show just now here. So that's why it is still Q2. And so now the input from the tape is still B. So when it read B, it will write B, and the tape head will move to the right also. The state is still Q2. So right now in the tape, it is C. So for C, it will read C, write C, and the tape head will move to the right. So now the transition for input C is it will move to Q3. So the tape head right now will move to the right, and the input for in the tape right now is empty. So when it is empty, it will write empty, and the tape head will move to the left, and the transition will move to Q4. So when it is at the Q4, so it will halt, and since the halt is happening at the final state, so the string is accepted. The final state is Q4. So that is how this language is accepted in Turing machine. As in reject language, we have two situations to reject a language. Firstly, when the Turing machine halt at a non-final state. And secondly, when the Turing machine enter an infinite loop. So I will pass to my friend to explain regarding the rejection language in Turing machine.
I will explain about the rejection example for the situation 1. Firstly, the language is A B star C, and this is the control unit that we have a state and transition. We have the first state is Q1 and the final state is Q4. We also contains input, which is A, B, C, and empty set. Okay, this is the tab for this language, which is the input string content of A, B, D, A, and this is for the time 0. And the head is A, the symbol of A, which is the at the state Q1, which is the start state. And at the Q1 will be read the symbol A from the tab. Then we write the A into the tab. After that, we'll move the head tab into the right, and it will go into the state of Q2. After that, we'll be read the symbol B from the tab. Then we'll write the symbol B into the tab, and we'll move the position of the head tab to the right, which is will be go to this. And the transition will go into the state of Q2. After that, at the time 2 for the tab, will be read the symbol D, but from the control unit that have a state and transition, we doesn't have any input that consists of D. So it will have no possible transition. So it will happen the hard and reject this string. So as a conclusion, the hard is happen at the none or final state because we still have the symbol A after that. So the string will be rejected. Okay, for the station 2, which is the infinite loop, the language that we'll choose is A, B star C, but the control unit has different with the situation 1. But we still have the same state, which is Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. But the input and the movement will have different with the situation 1. So we go into the time 0. And the input string for this step is BACB. And the first hit tab is B. And we start at the state of Q1. Firstly, we'll be read the symbol B from the tab, and we'll write the symbol B into the tab to replace this B. Then after that, the hit tab will move into the right. Then the state will change into the Q2. Okay. For the time 1, we'll be read the symbol A and write the symbol A. After that, the head tab of the position of the head tab will go into the right. And the transition will go into the state Q2. So at the time 2, we'll be read the symbol C, and write the symbol C. After that, the head tab will move into the left, which is will back at the A again. And after that, we'll be read the symbol A again. Then write the A again. After that, the head tab will go into the right. And the state will still in the Q2. And at the time 4, the symbol will go into the C again. And we'll read the C, write the C. After that, the head tab will move to the left again. So this machine will enter the infinite loop. Thus, the string is rejected. Okay. This is because, as we can see, this from the time 1 until time 4, it will go into the symbol A. After that, we go into the symbol C at the time 2. Then we'll back again into the symbol A at the time 3 and back again into the symbol C. So this is we can see the final state will never be reached and the machine will never be hard. So the input is not accepted. Then that's why we reject this string.
Assalamualaikum Doctor. So my name is Habib Hadmy by Zulkaffli. So my part I will show how the computation example for Turing machine. So for the example, I will use this Turing machine diagram. So I will use a two input example with AA, BB and BA, BA. So let's go to the first string AABA. So since our tab have a blank input between the string, we can initialize our first computation with Q0, the initial state, and put blank input between our string. So let's go to first tracing. So first we use the blank input. So the Q1 will go right to the Q1. So like this. And the next input is A. So the Q1 will go to Q2 right, and the input is A. So right now the state is Q2 and we read the next input A. So Q2 will go to the Q3 with input A and go to the right. So since we finish at the final state, it will accept. So let's go to the second example with string BA. So we put initialize with Q0 and put the blank between our input BA. So let's go to second. So the Q0 will read blank and go to Q1, and then Q1 will read B, will go to loop. Next input is A, so then we'll go to Q2. Let's go to next. So the next input is B, so from Q2 we will go to Q1 again. Next, Q1 we read A and go to the Q2. So since we finished the string and we have no transition to read the blank, so it will reject since not finished at the final state. I think that's all for me and us. Thank you, Doctor.